Hey, what's going on, guys? It's Samurai xJawz, and I apologize I haven't been able to get a video up in a couple days. I've actually been really busy trying to get a place in Los Angeles. That's actually where I want to move, for those of you interested. Just am tired of being in Pennsylvania. I love the state. I grew up here. It'll always be my home, but I'm ready for a change, and I'd love to go out to California since I'm young and YOLO, I guess. I don't know. Not really. I'm just kidding. But anyway, let's talk about the game, for those of you who don't care about my life. Today, Black Ops 2, it's not today, but recently, Black Ops 2 has been talking about, and I say that as if it's a person, even though it's not a person, it's David Vonderhaar, who I pretty much just refer to as Mr. Black Ops 2. David Vonderhaar has been talking about nerfing the SMGs, and actually, quote-unquote, nerfing the UAV as well. And I am pretty happy about this. So first off, before we really analyze like whether or not we think this is a great decision or whether or not we think it's the right thing to do, let's just say right off the bat, this is awesome that Treyarch is actually supporting the game, right? You know, we expected this out of Treyarch. We aren't going to be blown away by the fact that they are now patching the game, and they're going to patch guns and change perks and score streaks. It's nothing incredible, but it just shows that Treyarch, in typical Treyarch fashion, is being awesome. So, thank you to Treyarch. With that said, now let's talk about the decisions they're making. So, let's start with the UAV, because I really like what they're doing with the UAV. The UAV right now takes 350 points to get for your score streak, and 20% less if you have hardline on. But what they're going to do is they're going to add like 50 or 100 points to that number in order for you to get your UAV from now on. So, I think that is amazing, because as you guys may already know from watching a video of mine a couple days ago, I think it was in the 98-3 Domination gameplay on the map Meltdown. In that gameplay, I talked about the UAV spam in Black Ops 2, and so many people think that the UAV spam is just, here for the beginning of the game and it'll go away, and this happens for every Call of Duty, and it does. That's actually the truth. That's the really confusing part. This really does happen for every Call of Duty. People gravitate towards using the UAV because they don't know the maps, and you're just getting used to everything, so you're not gonna get super ambitious right off the bat and throw on a chopper gunner that's gonna be super difficult to get. So yeah, it's natural that the UAV is going to be used more commonly towards the beginning of a game's release. However, I suspected, and I do recognize that it's more than that. It really is. The way you do well in Black Ops is by playing super aggressively. The way or Black Ops 2, that is, sorry. The way you do well is also using SMGs. That's another part of this whole UAV thing as well. If you're using SMGs, you're playing aggressively, you're more prone to die, actually, because of the way that you're playing, the recklessness, whatever. So all this stuff, comes together and makes a lot of people use the UAV much more than, any other Call of Duty has made people use the UAV. So I think it's a great move on Treyarch's part, and I'm really happy that they're doing that. So now let's move on, and let's talk about the one that I'm not going to say I'm unhappy with. I'd just like to have a friendly debate Q&A sesh right now with you guys about. So that is the SMG nerfing. I do not know if I'm a huge fan of the idea of nerfing any guns in Black Ops 2. This FAL, yes, maybe it needs a little bit of a nerf just to make it on par with the other assault rifles. Whatever, I understand that. Or just add a little bit of recoil. It's cool. But the SMGs are already extremely weak. A lot of people think that the guns in this game are really strong, or they kill fast, and they don't. They really do not. The guns in this game, with a silencer on an MP7 and rapid fire, it could take 6 bullets to kill someone from medium range at full health. It's ridiculous the amount of bullets you need to get on target. And I think that the assault rifles need a buff before the SMGs need a nerf. Now, if you disagree, please do me a favor. Don't just click off this video, dislike, leave a negative comment. Tell me why you disagree. I don't say that in like a sarcastic or mean manner. I don't know what the word I'm looking for here is, but really, I am curious what you guys think, and why you think that your opinion is right, because I don't know 100% sure. I'm not 100% sure if the right thing to do is to buff the assault rifles. Really, I think it's hard to balance the guns, like the relationship that the SMGs, the assault rifles, all those have. It's really hard to balance that relationship, because a lot of what makes the SMGs so amazing and quote-unquote overpowered right now is the way the maps are designed, and the way the perks work, and the way the score streaks are achieved. So you can't change all those things. You can't change them all to make everything balanced now. If you buff the assault rifles, or if you nerf the SMGs, the way people are going to use them on the maps is going to be different. And what I'm trying to emphasize here is it's not just the damage, range, clip size, and recoil of like a gun that makes a certain class of gun really good or really bad. It's also the way, you know, the game types run and the pace of a game. Black Ops 2 has a different pace than any of the other Call of Duties we've seen before. So I'm just not sure about nerfing the SMGs. I don't know. I'm just throwing it out there. I think that the assault rifles should be buffed before the... and not all of them, by the way, not all of them. I'm not crazy. I think we should leave the M8A1 the way it is. We should leave the FAL the way it is. But hey, the M27, I'm not using that. Maybe we give that a boost, or the SMR, something like that. Whatever. Anyway, that's just my 2 cents for today, guys. Final score in this gameplay, 54-2 using the FAL on Raid. I really hope you guys enjoyed it. If you did, please take a second to give this video a like rating. If we can get 5,000 ratings on this video and the video I'm uploading later today, I'm just going to keep uploading 2 videos a day for the next week. So do me a favor, click the like rating button, and yeah, leave a comment. Let me know what you guys think about SMGs versus ARs, and which should be buffed, which should be nerfed. Catch you guys later. Hey, what's going on, guys? It's Samurai xJawz, and fuck the way YouTube changes people. Fuck the way it makes me second guess the stuff I talk about and the controversial stuff that I say. Consider this the first of many commentaries where I just talk about what's on my mind, speak from the heart, and say what I believe, even if I know that, you know, some people are going to hate on it, because that's what I want to do. That's what I want to do right now on my YouTube channel, and I hope you guys are behind it. So let's talk about why I hate texting. So a little bit of background. I grew up with like no texting experience whatsoever. I didn't have a social life, as a lot of you guys know. I didn't have friends. I didn't have anybody to text, so I didn't really text. I had a phone when I was like, I think like 10 is when I first got one, but I didn't really use it for texting. I didn't really use it for anything other than I think Snake. I was using like my dad's old cell phone in like 99, I want to say. No, not 99. I think it was first grade, so 2000. Wow, I had a cell phone a long time ago. And that's just because I grew up fortunate enough to be with, or be born into a wealthy family, and I grew up spoiled, and I hate it, I know. But anyway, I had, you know, texting, or I had the ability to text for a long time, but I never did, right? I always just didn't, even when I did make some friends, because I hung out with some weird people. When I was young, I played RuneScape a lot, and then I played video games a lot. I played Xbox a lot, and definitely, you know, made me pretty antisocial and pretty introverted. So anyway, when I started texting, or, you know, having a social life because of this whole YouTube thing and meeting a lot of people, I started texting more, and I realized that, you know, texting has a lot of mind games to it, and also a huge factor as to whether or not like texting with someone is going to go well, or whether or not you're going to talk to someone all the time is how invested like they are in having their phone on them at all times, and, you know, answering texts all the time. Because we live right now in a culture where, you know, if you live, or depending on where you live, depending on the kind of person you are and your socioeconomic standings, you know, how rich or poor you are, you could be the kind of person who has all the latest technology and is on it all the time, 24/7, and you could also, you know, have it, and in theory, you know, not be on it like ever, but, or you could be someone who doesn't have any of that and doesn't give a shit about texting and doesn't want to do it all the time. And that doesn't necessarily dictate whether or not you will at first sort of like meet someone and become friends with them, because like there's cliques, right? And you could be, let's use high schools as an example, because I'm sure a lot of you guys have gone through school and you guys can relate to that. Schools have lots of cliques, like, you know, the emo kids. Let's use the emo kids as an example. Nothing against emo kids, love emo kids, if you want to be emo, go for it. Believe in whatever emo kids believe in. But if you're hanging out with other kids who are into that same stuff, that doesn't necessarily mean that they are like someone who loves to text and is really into their phone all the time. So because of that, like, you know, some people will take it personally if you don't text them back all the time and don't text them back quickly. And I learned that a lot, especially when I had my first girlfriend. And I don't want to talk too much specifics about that because she's still a friend of mine. But you know, when you do, some of you guys are a lot older and wiser than me, so I'm not trying to like sit here and give you guys a lesson, but for those of you guys who are younger than me, you learn when you start talking to girls more that like, they're crazy. They're definitely crazy. I should say that first. I know I got some female viewers out there, and I know I might be alienating myself from them by saying this, but one cliche you do learn is definitely true, is that they are they're crazy. But I'm gonna talk about that another time. When you start talking to girls, you start realizing that like you gotta be in contact with them at all times. Like, especially if you're gonna date someone, you are expected to talk to them a lot. And then sometimes like just your close friends. Let me go back to what I wanted to talk about mainly for this commentary, is why I hate it, and it's because it makes you like think differently about a relationship that 20 years ago would have been totally fine. Like, it makes people think you don't care about them, and if you're not like texting back all the time, if they're the kind of person who is on their phone all the time. And I fucking hate that. I don't think that anyone should take it so personally when you decide you want to go to the movie theater for 3 hours and watch Flight without your phone on you, instead of having your phone, or you want to just go to the diner at 4 a.m. in the morning and not have your phone on you. Or that's kind of a bad example, because if it's 4 a.m. you're probably not getting too many texts, but you guys know what I mean. Like, I do a lot of shit all the time where I decide I just don't want to have my phone on me. And I realized when I started making some close friends as I got older, and as I got was around like 17, 18 years old, because that's when I started having a social life in my life, that like a lot of people take it personally if you don't text them back. So that's the world we live in now, and I don't know if I like it too much. Let me know what you guys think. Seriously, guys, this is a topic that's been on my mind a lot lately, and I want to know what you guys think about it. Let me know if I'm crazy or not. I know I'm crazy, but let me know if you can fucks with what I'm saying, I guess you could say. Anyway, guys, consider it, like I said before, the first of many commentaries where I speak from the heart. I give you guys a little bit of real talk from the heart, off the dome. And yeah, if you guys can fucks with it, give this video a like rating. Seriously, it's the best way you can support it, and I'll keep doing this kind of shit because it's what I want to do with my YouTube channel now, as I said before. So catch you guys later. Bye. Hey, what's going on, guys? It's xJawz, and welcome to How to Rush, a simple gameplay commentary series on my channel that I'm starting now, where I want to talk about the SMGs in Black Ops 2, some really good classes for rushing, how to use these the most effective way possible in the game, and just help you guys out get better at rushing. So today I want to talk specifically about the class I'm using here and the strategy to go along with it, because I found it works super well for this map specifically, and actually other maps as well in the game that are really prone to setting you up to get into, and I know that's a really convoluted way of saying it, but maps where you run into people in hipfire situations a ton. So Yemen is definitely one of those, and hipfire itself is something that I actually want to talk about, because I don't think people hipfire enough. Like, I watch a lot of gameplays. I've been trying something new. I've been watching people's gameplays who I don't think are good players, and trying to learn like from the mistakes that they're making, and just kind of see what stuff the average player doesn't notice or think about as they're going through a game. And I notice a ton of people, what they like to do in gunfights is pull their scope up every single time for a kill, and it's not the way to go. This is something that I've been saying forever on Call of Duty. You hear this from commentators all the time, but you gotta make a class to complement that as well, or else you're really putting yourself at a disadvantage. You have this knowledge that you really should be starting off every gunfight with hip firing, and not every gunfight, but almost every gunfight with hip firing, and you kind of let it go to waste. Not go to waste, but you just don't use the most of it if you're not using a class that really complements it as well. So the class here that I'm using is the Scorpion Evo SMG, the last SMG that you unlock in this game, and actually my favorite as well, with laser sight, a silencer, and quick draw. So I use quick draw because I want to get on target as quickly as possible when I do aim down the sight. I'm using the silencer because I want to be able to rush and not be seen on their radar. That's pretty obvious. I also have Ghost on this class, so really playing as stealthy as possible. And I have the laser sight there to help me with the accuracy of my hipfire when I get into all these hipfire situations. Probably the most important attachment that I'm using. I wanted to mention the swarm on this gameplay as well. The swarm is extremely effective on Yemen, because I want you guys to think about the setup here and what's going through the enemy's mind when swarms are called in on Yemen. So you got a kill streak up in the air, and you've got tons of buildings around you. What are you going to do? You're going to go into buildings, right? You're going to go into one of these many buildings that are on the map, and that's what I really want to focus on. There's so many buildings on this map, and all of them are designed with a lot of ways to get in them, a lot of entrances, and that is perfect for rushing and using, hipfire, because then what these guys are doing is getting in these buildings and getting into the mindset of, all right, I just got to wait out this kill streak. I got to wait for this swarm to go away. Well, guess what? If they're waiting for that swarm to go away, they're just going to be, sitting around watching the different exits of the building, the different doors and windows, and if they're trying to watch all of them, which is generally what they do, you can run in there and surprise attack them, hit them before they even start shooting you, or like long before they even start shooting you, because you've got that mindset that you're rushing and playing really aggressive, and you're going to hit fire the second you see them when you get these buildings, and you have a better idea of where they're going to be than they do of where you're going to come from, and you're going to be able to dominate almost all of the situations you get into. So that's really the key. Like, if I were to play more defensively, I would end up losing so many of these gunfights if I let them come to me. Now, don't get me wrong, there are maps where if you let them come to you, they will kill you, and there are spots on Yemen where if you let them come to you, they will kill you, and one of them is here's one that I don't like. If you go down this right alley where I'm looking at right now, I want to go down there so bad at this point in the gameplay, but I realize if I go over to the right that I could easily get shot from somebody who I have no chance against, with who will have like an assault rifle, because I've got the SMG. I'll get shot by someone over there most likely. So you saw me go in the building, and I could have gone down those stairs and tried rushing through the middle of the map, or what I also could have tried to do, or what I actually did in this gameplay, is I called in my VTOL warship in that room. So shit, I think I just lost my train of thought. But yeah, let's talk about the kill streaks that I'm using in this gameplay. So the VTOL warship, I haven't been loving it as much lately as I did at the beginning of this gameplay, or at the beginning of the game, because what I found people figured out really quickly is that your guns actually are more effective against kill streaks than ever before. So people are using their guns to take out sentry guns, guardians, all that good stuff, AGRs, and actually, learning like these aren't these little unstoppable things that are only vulnerable to your what's it called? Your FMJ or FHJ 18s and your Stingers and your rockets. They are also really vulnerable to your bullets, and because of that, and that's just a Black Ops 2 thing that hasn't been for all the Call of Duties, and because of that, they're getting shot down quick, and the VTOL warship is a lot less valuable than it was at the beginning of this game's release, and with the points only, or with the kills only being worth 25 points a kill, it makes things like the orbital VSAT and the UAV so much more attractive. And I've actually been running lately UAV, orbital VSAT, and Swarm, which is an odd setup with very spread out kill streaks. But I love it because I love the UAV. I really do feel like I'm getting my worthwhileness out of that kill streak, and I feel the same way about the orbital VSAT as well. I can't stress that enough in this game. Like, those are my favorite kill streaks. And on that note, recently the UAV was patched. I may or may not make a video talking more about that and the lightning strike being patched, not patched, updated, sorry, because patched implies that it was broken before and now it's fixed. This is different. They didn't think it was broken. They just thought that there was a way they could make it more balanced, so they updated it, whatever. And I think that's fine. I think that's perfect. It makes it a little bit less desirable of a kill streak to most people, but that just, like, a UAV kill, a UAV now being essentially like one kill more, approximately in points, it's going to be it's going to be more. No, it's going to be one dog tag, one kill and kill confirmed, one flag capture, enemy flag capture. That isn't too deterring to me, because once I get the UAV, it just takes one person on the UAV for me immediately to get that extra kill. I don't know. I don't know if I'm putting it into the best words, and I probably sound stupid right there. But, you know, I still think that that is one of the best kill streaks on this game, and I'm going to run that a lot of the time. But not when playing Team Deathmatch, or not when playing Domination, as much as I like it with Team Deathmatch, because in Team Deathmatch, you need it a lot more, because the way where people are on the map isn't dictated by what, you know, there aren't a lot of indicators of where the enemies will be on the map, like the flags, so you kind of need that extra boost. But anyway, I'm getting to the end of this gameplay here. Final score, I think, was 50-something and 4. I don't know, you guys will see here in a second. I think 51 and 4. I don't know, but really awesome gameplay. I really hope you guys enjoyed it, and the commentary. If you guys want more How to Rush gameplays, take a second to like this video. I'd really appreciate that. If you want this kind of video on my channel, just supporting it is absolutely the best way to get me to do more of them. Guys, that's pretty much it. I hope you enjoyed this. I really do. And I'll catch you guys later. Bye. Hey, what's going on, guys? It's xJawz, and today I've got a KSG shotgun gameplay for you guys I think you're going to enjoy. Today I want to talk about the shotguns in Black Ops 2, all 4 of them, and what I do like, what I don't. Give you guys some tips and tricks for the ones that I do, and, you know, just kind of help you guys out with them, because I found a lot of trouble with them. I was, you know, spending a lot of time figuring out how to use them, and maybe I can save you guys some time and tell you guys, you know, what I found works and what I found doesn't. So, with that said, let's get into this commentary. This gameplay is something with the, or is a gameplay with something with, obviously it's a gameplay with the KSG with no attachments on it, actually, which is just completely my fault. I forgot to put on attachments. I've got the Siberia camo, so obviously that means I've got quite a few things unlocked. But what I typically run on the KSG is the laser sight, the red dot sight, and quick draw. And you're probably thinking to yourself, whoa, laser sight, or I'm sorry, not laser sight, whoa, red dot sight, why would you be using that? And the reason why you want to use the red dot sight on the KSG is because this thing has tremendous aim, but only when you are aiming down the sight. So you want to be really accurate, because the iron sights on this thing are cluttered as hell, as you will see many times in this gameplay. They're perfectly fine for up close aiming, but when you're trying to aim on someone's head from a distance, you're going to find that the pin on this thing, like the pin in the center of the iron sights, is just not going to get the job done. Red dot sights where it's at, so you guys should definitely try it out, and do yourself a favor and go into a private match and check out how far the range on this really is, because you really won't believe how. Oh, and look at that in the gameplay, I just got a double headshot with it. That was a big fucking shock to me. I've never gotten one of those before. But anyway, go into a private match and try it out and really see what the range of this thing is like, because you'll find out that this thing does shoot like people across the map if you hit them in the head, and anywhere on the body twice with the slug. So it works differently than the other shotguns. The way the Remington 870 works is it shoots what's called, I believe, shot, right? And shot is 8 pellets that come out of, and it's not actually 8 pellets, but in real life it's like, you know, 50 pellets or something like that. In Call of Duty, it's 8 pellets. 8 pellets shoot out of the end of the gun at a different spread based on whether or not you're aiming down the sight or not, and each time it's a little bit random, a little bit different, because of the randomness of Call of Duty, but it doesn't, you know, change too much. Anyway, those 8 shots, either 1 can hit a guy, or 2 can hit a guy, 3 can hit a guy. However many hit him, though, is going to determine, you know, how much damage is dealt. And every time you hit someone with all of the pellets, you're actually doing a total damage that's higher, a lot higher than the amount of health that they even have. It does like 400 damage or something like that. I think that actually might be the number. I think it's 400. Drifter did an awesome video on the KSG that I watched the other day. But anyway, or not the KSG, the whatchamacallit, the Remington 870. But anyway, this thing, because of that, can take out kill streaks really, really quickly. Like, you get up close to a sentry gun, shoot one shell into it, and bam, it's going to do a ton of damage. Same thing with a lot of shotguns. Anyway, going back to the Remington 870. So the way that works, yeah, it's got that the pellet spread that you need to, you know, hit them a bunch of times, or with a bunch of, in order to kill them. But with the KSG, you have a unique dynamic that only this gun has, and it's a shotgun slug, not a shell. So a slug is a big hunk of metal that you're shooting at the enemy, and that's going to do a lot of damage from afar, and make it so that 2 hits is going to kill him from any range, and it obviously works really well. It has a decent amount of bullet penetration. What are the other 2 attachments that I wanted to talk about? Oh, the laser sight. That's going to I think decrease the randomness of where the actual shell will shoot, not the actual like spread of the pellets. I should link Drifter's video. I think he explained it a little bit better than I did. Yeah, the whatchamacallit perks that I went with on this class, I went with Flak Jacket, Scavenger, and Dexterity. I really like Dexterity because you need to be able to react quickly when you run into someone up close, like around all these corners here. Like I could get screwed if I couldn't pull up my sight in time. Like right there, I ran up to those I ran to that corner, and right when I got to that corner, when I'm about to turn it, when there's the highest percentage chance that I'm about to run into somebody or a lot of people, then I stop, and you know that time is going to be half the amount of time it would otherwise be to pull up my sight. So obviously putting myself at a big advantage there over the enemy or enemies. Otherwise, Scavenger's good because I'm using C4, I think, on this class. I wasn't using C4, I was using concussion grenades, and I like both of those for rushing, obviously, as you guys know. And just, you know, works out really well. The kill streaks I ran with UAV, Lightning Strike, and the Orbital VSAT. Relatively lower streaks that I just tried to get over and over and over again. This is something that I cannot stress enough. Go for kill streaks that you really do feel like you can achieve. Don't go for the absolute highest ones in the game. You guys should know this by now. I'm probably sounding like a broken record, but the UAV, the Lightning Strike, and the Orbital VSAT was really all I felt comfortable running with on this class. And you should feel comfortable on Black Ops 2. Like, if you're trying to do well, I cannot stress this enough. Use something that you feel is good. Don't listen, like, everything else is noise. Don't listen to what, you know, I shouldn't say don't listen to what commentators say, because, like, a lot of these guys are some of the most skilled players I've ever seen, so that's not necessarily true, but sometimes certain things just don't work for certain players. Like, I really cannot use the Vector, and I cannot use the MP7 that well. The MP7, I just feel like it does so little damage, but I can still, every once in a while, do really well with it, and I can still, like, tell that, obviously, for some players, it works out incredibly, like, Fearcrads and J Nasty. Those guys are sick with the MP7, so, as long as you're comfortable, you'll be good. Let's talk a little bit more about shotguns, though. The other two shotguns, other than the KSG and the Remington A70, they are definitely the subpar ones. I'm not going to say it any nicer than that. They don't stand up to the KSG and Remington in terms of just how good they are, and they're pretty sketchy to try out, but I'll explain them anyway. You've got the M1216, I believe it is, and I think that's the one that, or I know that's the one that shoots 4 shells at a time in actually an automatic fashion. So those 4 are going to come out really quickly, and then what you're going to have to do is an action on your gun where, like, it's kind of like turning on select fire. It takes that amount of time. You do a little rechambering, and then you have 4 more shotgun shells to shoot, and that's great. It just has low damage, as you could probably, or not low damage, but low range, as you could expect with a shotgun like that. They're going to put it in the game, which is, you know, interesting to me, because they could have made the range on it really far and just had the damage drop off be really high. And I think that's what they should actually do with some more shotguns in the game. Make them have really good damage, just have a really good range, and low damage drop off, high damage drop off. I can't talk today, jeez. I hope I don't sound like an idiot here, and I hope I am properly conveying what I'm thinking. But wouldn't it be cool if, like, you know, you had a shotgun, you know you're going to dominate at close range, triple C4 there in the gameplay, by the way, but you know you're going to dominate at close range, but if you see someone at long range, now you're not thinking to yourself, how do I completely get out of this situation? How do I hide myself? But instead you think to yourself, how do I pop my head out for long enough to shoot 4 shells into them, and then another 4 shells into them, because, you know, they're going to do so little damage at range. That would be a more interesting way to use the shotgun than just constantly having to put yourself in these really, really close quarter situations, but that's what you're going to have to do. But that's just like the A12, 6 bullets, 6 shells, whatever, that you're going to shoot out in an automatic fashion. Really low range on that as well. Would not really recommend using that. If you do, go with extended mags. Like it. I like to think, I just think of the word chug when I think of the AA-12 or the Saiga. That thing chugs ammo, and you just want to go on the ramp and chug, 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 just shoot that thing over and over into the enemies, and you know, dominate around like areas like this where you're right up in their spawn. And man, Meltdown has crazy spawns. Like you can trap them back here so easily on either side. But I think it's like a good map. I don't think it's necessarily bad. And obviously, I say that because I'm the person on the winning end of this game, not the guy getting spawned trapped. But you know, that's just it's the way the cookie crumbles, I guess. Anyway, guys, this gameplay is wrapping down here. I really hope you guys enjoyed it. If you did, if you fucked with this kind of commentary, if you want some more tips and tricks, please, please, please take a second and give this video a like rating. I know you guys are out there watching these videos, and it makes me feel special on the inside, and makes me want to do more commentaries when I see that you guys are supporting my videos. So I really would appreciate that. And other than that, guys, take it easy, enjoy the rest of this gameplay, and I'll see you later. Bye.
Our tracks have been erased. Good job.
Hey, what's going on, guys? It's Samurai xJawz, and today I've got an absolutely insane gameplay for you guys where I go 90-1 using the M8A1 here on Turbine. This is by far my best kill-death ratio game ever on Black Ops 2 before, and it is my second highest gameplay ever, second highest scoring gameplay. My first highest being the 98-3 ground war domination I got using the Scorpion. That was on Meltdown. I posted that a couple of weeks on my channel, but I think this one actually is more impressive, and I'll tell you why. Number one, I'm going to be using the M8A1, which is an assault rifle, and obviously, as you guys know, the assault rifles are not nearly, you know, what the SMGs are for going for really high-scoring gameplays, and the M8A1, out of all the assault rifles, isn't, you know, one of the best. I take that back. It is one of the best. It just isn't, you know, what it could be. You know what? F that. What I'm basically trying to say here is that the M8A1 doesn't hold a candle to the M16 and the FAMAS of, you know, all the other Call of Duty games where the burst weapons were super, super powerful. This thing is honestly like a pea shooter compared to the, you know, M16. That's at least how I feel. I'll talk a little bit more about that in a bit here, guys, but just what I want to say is that this gameplay is going to be about tips for helping you guys get gameplays, high-scoring gameplays like this one here. I want to talk about the class that I'm using here, some of the strategies that I was using to go along with it to kind of trap the enemy in their spawn and build up my kill streaks, and then my actual strategy with the kill streaks that I was using. I'll talk a little bit about those towards the end. So let's start with the class that I'm using here and why you want to use the attachments that I'm using. So the M8A1, if you guys didn't already know, is a 4-burst assault rifle, not a 3-burst assault rifle. And the 4-burst assault rifle, what that's going to mean to you guys is that the bullets are going to be a little bit weaker. Each of the 4 bullets is going to be a little bit weaker because the damage is spread out across 4 rather than 3, and also the recoil in this game is going to make you miss more bullets than you otherwise would, because what happens is with each passing bullet that comes out of the barrel, the recoil is going to get just a little bit worse, and you're going to have a little bit higher of a chance of missing that shot. So if you shoot someone directly on their head, like at the tip top of their head, if you put your red dot sight on it with an M8A1, what's going to happen is the first bullet from the burst is going to come out and hit their head, but the second is going to be a little bit, you know, higher up. Maybe it'll hit their head, maybe it won't. Then the third bullet will be above their head, and then the fourth bullet will be even further above their head. And depending on how far away you are, obviously, what that's going to mean is that, like, the spread will be, you know, greater. But to help that out, or to help with that, what you're going to want to use is the reflex sight over the holographic sight or the target finder. I found that it works best, and at long range, it doesn't seem like it spreads out as much. The target finder is really bad with the spread at long range, and also you're going to want to use grip. Grip is really important, so that means you're going to be using primary gunfighter as one of your wild cards, or as I think your only wild card on this class. So yeah, definitely want to use that. And now let's talk a little bit about the score streaks that I'm using, or not the score streaks, I'm sorry, the perks that I'm using on this class. So first off, we've got hardline, very straightforward. I don't need ghost because of the fact that I am shooting constantly around the map, and don't think that, you know, on the map map Yemen, you're really going to need to worry about people spotting you in the middle of the map or seeing you on the radar and then coming up to you. Really, the way most of your deaths are going to happen on a map like Turbine, a map that's so big, is they're going to be kills from, or deaths from, across the map. You're going to have someone kill you with an assault rifle or a sniper rifle from a distance, and whether or not you were using a silenced weapon really isn't going to matter. Whether or not you were on the radar really isn't going to matter. That's not what ends up making the difference. It's really just all about the shot and, you know, whatever cover you have. Next, Scavenger as my second perk. Scavenger is just, you know, a really reliable, you know, perk to get me more ammo and more concussion grenades, because that's my tactical grenade. I'm not using any lethal. And then finally, Dexterity, which is going to allow me to not only mantle over objects and things faster in the game, which is like climbing, but also is going to allow me to pull up my sights faster after I stop sprinting, which is really important to me because I sprint a lot, and you know, it kind of has the same effect as quick draw. You know, the same reason why you want to use quick draw is the same reason why you want to use Dexterity. And if you got both those, and you know the guy you're going up against doesn't have either, then you're going to have a huge upper hand if you both run into each other around a corner or anywhere on the map where you were both sprinting before, and then all of a sudden now you've got an extra second to aim and shoot at him than he has. So with that out of the way, you know, class, gun, perks covered, let's talk about these score streaks now. So I'm using the UAV, the Orbital VSAT, and the Lodestar, so I've got only one lethal score streak on this class, and I chose the Lodestar because this is obviously a very large map, and what you're going to notice with the Lodestar versus the VTOL warship is the Lodestar has a much wider view of the map, and the reason why that wide view is hugely important and helpful is because then you're going to be able to easily spot and kill people who are locking onto you with FHJ-18s, and that is why in this gameplay the Lodestar is, or on this map, the Lodestar is better than the VTOL warship in my opinion. You're going to easily kill all the people, you know, or on the map who are showing up on your screen at one point or another with whatever you have, the VTOL warship or the Lodestar, and then what's going to happen is they're all going to move to a different spawn, and you're not going to know where that is. You're going to have to spend time looking around, trying to figure out where the enemies are, and when you're doing that in a VTOL warship, you're going to end up missing the people who are shooting at you with the FHJ-18s. But in a Lodestar, you can easily spot them, and you can shoot them way quicker, it seems like. Or not way quicker, because with the VTOL warship, it's sort of like instant, but you're going to be able to shoot them quicker than they're able to lock on and kill you. It's ridiculous how many times you'll kill people who are locking onto you with FHJ-18s before they're able to shoot them off, just because that time difference is so big. And it's so big that I'm actually starting to think that maybe, and you guys can let me know in the comment sections below if you agree or disagree with me, maybe the Lodestar is a little bit overpowered for big open maps like this one. Maybe not though. You guys let me know. Real quick, before we wrap up this commentary, I want to say about the Lodestar and getting your kill streaks and racking them up in general. A little tip for you guys: if you have one Lodestar and any kill streak, that it doesn't really matter if it's a Lodestar or not. Lodestar is just the example I'm using because of this gameplay. But if you have a score streak and you want to turn that into another score streak, do not call in, like, don't, after you die, call in your Lodestar. We're just going to use that as an example. Call in your Lodestar. Then when you get out of it, go and try and finish up your kill streak to get like a score streak. What you want to do instead is go out, try and kill people. Maybe it'll take you 2 or 3 times. You'll end up dying a couple times, whatever, until you get about, you know, halfway to your large score streak that you're going for, and then pull out the score streak that you already have. And the reason why you want to do that is because then you're going to be obviously doubling the chances you're going to have at getting to that score streak. You're not going to be, you know, making a guess as to whether or not your rush afterwards will be good. You're getting a good rush. You're waiting until you get a good little kill streak built up, and then you're calling in your score streak, which is going to be guaranteed points added on to that kill streak. Now, I know I just said the word streak like 50 times. It was probably pretty confusing. So good thing this video and this game is wrapping up here. Anyway, guys, before we completely finish up this 90-in-1 gameplay, I just want to let you guys know I've been messing around lately with my my new phone, and I've actually been recording some video footage, some vlog footage, and I don't know whether or not you guys would want to see a vlog on my channel. So if this video gets 10,000 likes, I will do a day in the life of xJawz vlog. I don't know if you guys for sure want to see what I'm like behind the scenes and what I'm doing every day, but if you do, click the like rating. If you don't, maybe click the like rating anyway, because I got 90 kills and only 1 death in this gameplay. And other than that, guys, subscribe to my channel if you haven't already, if you want more Black Ops 2 gameplays. And yeah, I'll catch you guys later. Bye. Hey, what's going on, guys? It's Samurai xJawz, and today I have with me an absolutely incredible player and commentator who's got an incredible gameplay to boot. I have with me JNasty720, aka Justin. What's going on, man?
Nothing much, Sam. Thanks for having me on your channel, and I hope your subscribers enjoy this gameplay.
Jeez, you have to be saying that with a little bit of a tongue-in-cheek attitude, because this gameplay right here is probably the best one that I have seen on YouTube for Black Ops 2. You said yourself that this is possibly your best gameplay that you've gotten on this game. It's 100 kills. 100 kills in 1 round of domination. 1 round, 5 minutes.
5 minutes.
For those of you who are unaware of how amazing that is, I have still not even hit 100 kills in an entire game of domination. My best score ever on domination was 98-3, and you beat that in just 1 freaking round, dude. I don't know how.
That's the second time too I've done it.
All right, rub it in, why don't you? Anyway, you absolutely go ham this entire gameplay. You're rushing the entire time. It's not one of those gameplays where it's not like an amazing quote-unquote round of domination where you get all your kill streaks at the very beginning in the first round, and then the second round is where you go ham with all the kill streaks you saved up. This was the first round, and you are rushing around for like 90% of this gameplay. You only call in 1 aerial kill streak, which is the Lodestar towards the end of this, and well, on that note, since we're talking about the kill streaks, why don't you talk about the kill streaks that you're using that just destroy these guys?
Well, the biggest kill streak that went to work this game was the escort drone. I really liked unmanned kill streaks, ones that you're not controlling, like the Lodestar, the Warthol ship, or I think it's a warship. I don't know what it's called.
Warship. VTOL
Yes.
warship. You don't even use it enough to know what it's called.
I like using my gun a lot. As you guys see, I think when I go on a 79 kill streak, I actually go nuclear, and so I got about 30 kills with my gun and 49 kills with my kill streaks, and I think that's the most enjoying game to watch, I guess you guys could say, is a lot of gun kills and a lot of kill streak kills.
Yeah, and the kill streak kills aren't, you know, the boring chopper gunner or whatever VTOL warship to watch. It's mostly dogs and escort drone going nuts. Anyway, the escort drone. Let's talk a little bit about that for a second, because as you say in the commentary for this video on your channel, is the most underrated kill streak on Black Ops 2 right now. And I think that is partially because, you know, the glitch that the escort drone had when the game was first released, and then, you know, people kind of forgot about it, and they're like, oh, we'll use it later whenever that glitch gets fixed. Well, the glitch is fixed, and the escort drone is fucking amazing. It's not glitched anymore. You want to talk a little bit about like what the escort drone is, what people could compare it to from other Call of Duties? So
the escort drone is pretty much an Overwatch on roids. It's a really good kill streak, especially if you can get in the enemy spawn, especially on an open map like Drone, Meltdown, maybe Yemen, but like on maps like Overflow, it won't do that well. But if you can get on an open map and call this thing in, it will absolutely destroy. As you guys saw earlier, I think I got 6 kills in 10 seconds. It's pretty insane.
Yeah, it is. This entire gameplay, we just keep seeing those 15 points pop up and pop up and pop up. It's nuts. But also, causing 15 points to pop up constantly is your gun, because you are constantly rushing, like we said before. You want to talk a little bit about like the strategy that you use or you employ when you play drone here when you're rushing?
When I play drone in mostly every single map, I try to avoid all head glitching spots as much as possible. And most
when you
people
say avoid head glitching spots, for the record, you mean like avoiding areas that can be seen by head glitching spots,
yeah,
right?
long lines of sight where people like the snipers on this map that everybody hates. I try to avoid the middle as much as possible. So I just stick to the edge, and I stick to the tight spots since I'm using an SMG. You just want to stick to the tight spots of the map so you can easily just hip fire and pick them off. And I find that's the best method for getting really good gameplays.
Yeah, you would want to play to the strengths of your class, and you know, it's not true to say a certain class is good necessarily for a certain map or a certain game mode map combination. It's that class works well for certain areas on that map, and you know, if people don't get that into their head when they're, you know, using a class maybe that you suggest them or I suggest to my subscribers in a video. They might wonder, oh, why am I not doing well with this class that you know, Jay Nasty just got 100 kills with in one round? And it might just be, or it could just be, because you're not playing, you know, the right areas of the map and you're not playing to the strengths of it. So you always want to make sure you shouldn't undervalue that. It's just as important as the actual class itself.
Yeah,
so
it is.
Anyway, this gameplay is coming to an end right now. You just got the 100th kill in the match. You're 102 after 5 minutes of playing Black Ops 2. Absolutely nuts, man. Guys, my subscribers, go check out Jay Nasty. He's got a ridiculous amount of high-scoring gameplays on his channel, if that's your thing. If it's not, whatever, but if it is, if you want carnage, if you want rapage in Black Ops 2, go to his channel, check it out. There'll be a link in the description of this video. And anything else you want to add before we go?
Just thanks for the opportunity, and it's pretty sick seeing channels grow that you've mentioned before, like Fearcrads and Market J, and I really appreciate it, man.
Hey, what's going on, guys? It's xJawz, and today I'm bringing you guys a live commentary here on Black Ops 2. Trying to mute that guy right there, and I ended up jump failing instead, but ooh, getting killed off a C4 right off the bat there. Today, guys, we're going to be doing, like I said, a live commentary here on Black Ops 2, playing some ground war domination on the map raid, and the objective today is to rush non-stop, and look at that. Beautiful. My teammate was able to help me out with that kill, and I concussed. Anyway, we're using the PDW here, and, whoa, just saw him. Nice, he didn't even look this way, and now we are, holy crap, in their spawn. But wait a minute, I have so many teammates to my left. I don't think this is their spawn anymore, because now they have C. So now they have C, and my teammates are all over here. So that's got to be good enough reason for me to think that they're on the other side of the map. And yeah, pretty 100% sure about that now. And damn it, right out that door was two guys, and they're both gonna be obviously coming to the spawn. But holy shit, there's also a guy on A, and no. There's too many people back here. How did that stun not stun anyone? Frickin' C4. Oh, jeez. Oh, my God, get turned on. Holy crap. That guy is probably crying to his mommy right now about how I just turned on him. And that, never mind. That was going to scare me if it was a guy. And nice. Well, it was C4, or, I'm sorry, Semtex, so I gotta throw it. Nice! Run away. No, no, no. Reload. I started saying no, no, no there, by the way, because I heard this guy's silencer. And he just killed my teammate there, so I'm going to back up and see if I can run all the way on the right side of the map in just a second here. After I kill both these guys, maybe? Come on, don't die. Yep, right over here. Alright, no one there, so let's reload. And shit, we are close to a stealth chopper. Let's see if I can get that right here. Nice, and I think they might have a radar because he was just shooting at me before I even turned that corner, and damn it, one of my teammates is a stealth chopper up in the air, so I can't call mine in. That's alright, we gotta go for the lodestar now. If I don't get it, I'm actually going to be really upset, because the lodestar is right by the VTOL warship in the lineup, so that'd sort of be a double fail. No one else looks back here, or looks like back here, so they're probably running all the way on the other side of the map. And there we go. Teammate stealth chopper gone. Oh shit, that was a teammate, never mind. Got real scared there, someone shot a shotgun behind my back. And let's just capture C, because there's no way they're going to get back in this spawn comfortably. We're about to get some major kill streaks, and there we go. VTOL warship, so let's head upstairs over here, and let's call in the lodestar. Actually, no, let's call in the VTOL warship and see how this goes. So I'm going to fast forward through this. What I can do is afterwards I can go into the gameplay and fast forward this. I don't want to actually fast forward it live, but I'll fast forward this for you guys because chopper gunners are boring, and I'll see you in a bit. Okay, there we go. We're shot down. We're still pretty far from the next stealth chopper, so I'm going to call in this lodestar, and what we're going to try and do is get all the way up to another stealth chopper. I don't know if I'll be able to do it. Oh shit, he's shooting me down from inside! No, I can't hit him inside, and there's a guy outside too shooting me down! Alright, nice, my teammate got the guy inside who was shooting me down. No, 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 no. Let's get people. Alright, nice. Finish that up with a triple there. And they spawned over here, so let's check. No one. We still got all three flags. Wow, that's embarrassing. Not really embarrassing, actually, considering we just had 2 amazing kill streaks up in the air, but now it doesn't look like there's anyone back here in this corner, so this is where I'm going to run and try and get a stealth chopper before the end of this game. There we go, that's 1 kill. Let's check this room. No guns, no nothing, no people. This is redonkulous. We got 14 seconds, guys. Alright. Nice. Let's pick up this gun. MTAR fast grip. Nothing. Oh! No! No! There's a guy to my right, too, who just showed up on the radar at the last second. Alright. Wow. The only people remaining in this game are the really crappy players, because all the good players rage quitted. So, maybe, hopefully, some people will join in late, because then I can actually get some good kills if I get on another streak here, but, anyway, let's get into the second round here, where I'm going to try and do pretty much the same thing. We'll see how this goes. Really, really hoping people are going to join this game, or else it's just going to be totally boring. Oh, okay, so we're, it looks like 200 points, maybe 250, away from a, stealth chopper. Let's lead with, I don't even need to throw a stun. It looks like they're all on her radar and all towards the middle. Don't need to waste one. There we go. I don't know how that terrible player managed to kill my teammate, but even my teammate's worse than him. And wow, someone was definitely just shooting at me from behind, and no! Yes! Let's go down this way. Nice. Alright, and we gotta call in this lodestar now, baby. Let's go. And nice, people are joining. I'm gonna fast forward through this as well, so I'll talk to you guys in a bit. Trying to shoot me down, bitch. Nice! Holy crap, that was a 6 kill, or a 60 point freaking lodestar hit. Now we gotta call in the VTOL warship, and then we done with this. Come on, come on, come on, the game's gonna end, the game's gonna end, no! Come on! Yes, there we go. Alright, fast forward through this. Last kill streak, it looks like. See what I can get. Oh yeah, baby. 75 and 2. Holy crap. Now I know those guys on the other team are fucking terrible, but still, good gameplay. And I guess I overpowered both the good players who ended up rage quitting and the bad players. So yeah, that's the end of this gameplay. Holy crap, I think that's my best live commentary ever for Black Ops 2. 75 and 2 with 4 captures and 8 defends. Not that many captures or defends because I spent so much of the gameplay in my kill streaks, but man, freaking A, did I get them easily. So guys, if you enjoyed this gameplay, please take a second and give it a like rating. I'd really appreciate that. And other than that, guys, not much else I can ask for. If you want to, check me out on Twitter. There'll be a link to that in the description below. I'll see you guys later. Bye.
Swarm on standby. Losing Bravo. Move it. Losing Charlie. UAV inbound. Orbital VSAT online. We lost Bravo. Concussion out. Down. Securing Bravo. Securing Bravo. Bravo locked down.
Hey, what's going on, guys? It's xJawz, and welcome to my very first R870 shotgun gameplay here on my YouTube channel. I'm really excited today to bring you guys some tips and tricks for this shotgun in particular, because in my opinion, it is the most fun shotgun to use in Black Ops 2. I also want to use this gameplay to talk a little bit about the mode Hardpoint, because this is the first Hardpoint gameplay on my YouTube channel, and I also, at the end of this gameplay, want to talk a little bit about the multi-team playlist, because, as you can guess, this is the very first multi-team gameplay on my channel as well. So a lot of firsts today. But enough of that, enough introduction. Today I want to, like I said, give you guys some tips and tricks for this shotgun. So let's start off by talking about the attachment and perk loadout that I'm going with this gameplay and why I recommend you guys use the same ones. So mainly I want to focus on the attachments that I'm using because the perks are not going to have nearly as much of an exaggerated effect on the shotguns as they would on other classes of guns. For example, with SMGs, Scavenger is extremely helpful because you're constantly rushing around using up a lot of ammo and you need more ammo. Meanwhile, with this class, Scavenger doesn't help me much because you start out with a lot of ammo. You really never run out with shotguns, and I'm not using any lethal or tactical, so it doesn't help me refill those either. You know, I'm not using a secondary, so fast hands doesn't really help me out. There's a lot of things that aren't really all that helpful perk-wise. Anyway, so I'm going with 3 attachments on this gun. I've got laser sight, quick draw, and then finally long barrel. Long barrel, that one's a pretty obvious attachment. I'm using that to give me a longer range on this gun so that my one-hit kill range is a little bit longer than it would otherwise be. Long barrel is going to extend that by just a little bit, but getting every last bit out of that shotgun range is going to help a lot because, you know, you never know when it's just going to be one little foot, you know, that separates you from getting a kill or not, that then might, you know, lead you on to get a bunch more kills, get a kill streak. So you always want to use, or you always want to get as much range as you possibly can out of it. That's why I'm not using a silencer. On top of the long barrel laser sight, the reason why I'm using that is because with the R870, it shoots 8 shotgun shot or pellets, and those pellets come out randomly. But if you're using the laser sight attachment, the randomness of those 8 pellets is going to be decreased a little bit. You're going to have a tighter spread of pellets, and you're going to, if you're accurate, have a much better chance of getting one-hit kills very frequently. And that's also why I'm using quick draw, because I want to get frequent one-hit kills. When you're aiming down the sight, the same effect happens with the pellets, even to a more exaggerated extent, I guess is the only word I can think of right now. When you're aiming down the sight, the pellets get into a super tight cluster and will shoot almost like a slug, but you have to be aiming exactly on point. So it's a good thing that the R870 iron sights are usable, because the KSG's iron sights are not usable, and you have to waste an attachment there on a reflex sight, or at least I have to really be comfortable with that weapon. So anyway, enough about my attachments and my perks. Oh wait, one last thing about the attachments. I will say, there really are very few useful attachment setups for the shotguns. There's very few useful attachments in general for them. So I almost always use the exact same attachment setup for the R870, for the M1216, and for the KSG when I'm using them. I'm not using the S12 that much. It almost never changes based on the map that I'm playing, the strategies that I'm using, the perks or kill streaks that I'm using, because the shotgun is such a specific unique type of gun, and requires, a very unique way of playing. You're never going to need extended mags to go crazy on the enemy team, because you almost always have enough ammo. You're not going to need fast mags. You're not going to want to use a silencer because that's going to decrease range. A bunch of things that just, in my opinion, almost seem useless, whereas with SMGs or assault rifles, I'm always open to putting on, stock attachment, or silencer, or quick draw, fast mags, foregrip. I use so many different attachment setups there and change up my strategies accordingly, but just not so with the shotgun. So stick with the attachment loadout that you like. Alright, moving on. Let's talk about the Killstreak setup that I'm using here. So I've got on UAV, AGR, and Orbital VSAT. So first off, UAV and Orbital VSAT, those are givens. Those are very simple, straightforward kill streaks that you guys are all very familiar with, that are going to help me locate on the map where the enemies are. That's extremely useful to me because I need to know, when I need to run odd routes to stay behind as much cover as possible, because I have no range to kill the enemies who are far away from me. It's extremely useful because when I need to go clear a room, when I first go into that hard point area, if I have a general idea of which enemies are looking in my direction, or which ones are, by what door, I can have an extreme advantage and an easy opportunity to use my shotgun to clear out, 3-4 guys out of a room. and you just don't want to pass that up. So I'm using both UAV and orbital VSAT, and then when deciding on what other killstreak to use, I was really torn. I needed to think of something that not only suited my style of play with the shotgun, but I also needed something that suited this game mode, Hardpoint, this map, Plaza, and this playlist, multi-team, because that changes the way Hardpoint and Plaza are both played. So the significance that multi-team has to me, specifically when choosing my third kill streak, is that players are going to be spawning on opposite areas of the map. They're not going to all spawn in a nice group of 6 people on the map in one area where I can shoot them down with, a lodestar or a VTOL warship. It's going to be on 2 separate areas of the map, which makes me really, really vulnerable to being shot down by FHJ-18s or whatever, even guns, because I can't focus on people shooting at me from 2 completely opposite areas. And that kind of, makes me rule out lodestar and VTOL warship, the AI control kill streak. And then as far as hardpoint goes, that's a game mode. This is a game mode where players are constantly incentivized to go into buildings, to go into the objective, to hide, and to, hold down an area, not to move, not to run outside. And that obviously means that aerial kill streaks across the board are going to be at a huge disadvantage compared to everything else. So with that in mind, wanting to choose a kill streak that was between the UAV and the orbital VSAT that would actually go out and get me kills, I had to go with the only thing left, the AGR, which actually works pretty well for this game mode and suits it well because the AGR constantly moves around towards where enemies are. So you can have, situations where the guys in the hard point, the enemies in the hard point, have to deal with 2 teams coming at them from opposite directions, and then drones as well. It's a beautiful combination for the team who actually has the drones, not the team who's getting killed by them. But anyway, guys, that's it for this gameplay. I really hope you enjoyed it. Drop a like rating if you enjoyed this gameplay. I really do appreciate that. And with that all said, I hope you guys enjoyed it again, and I'll see you guys later. Bye. Hey, what's going on, guys? It's Samurai xJawz, and I want to give you guys a massive thank you again for the feedback I've been getting on my texting video that I did. I did it about a week ago on my channel. If you guys didn't see it, I'll briefly explain what I did. I just did a off-the-dome, freeballed commentary where I just did it in one take, talking about a topic that I was really interested in. I thought you guys would like to hear my thoughts on, which in that case was a video or the topic of why I dislike texting, and went over really well. So I thought today I would do another one, another commentary, just sort of about a topic that I'm interested in, that you guys might also be interested in, off the dome, just sort of freeballing it again. And that topic today is the fact that I was raised spoiled, and I just kind of want to talk about the idea of being spoiled in general. So first of all, I think it's a bit odd that in our culture, and when I say our culture, I believe this also applies to most other countries outside the North American continent, but I think that it's really interesting that our culture immediately associates the word spoiled with negatives. Immediately spoiled is a derogatory thing to call someone. It's not an objective thing to say to someone, when in reality it's something that that person had no control over. And in my case, I had no control over the family I was born into and the means that they had. So for someone to immediately address that as an inherently bad thing, I think is a little bit I don't know. I think it's jumping the gun a little bit, because I was spoiled. I think I was spoiled pretty badly, and I didn't walk away from that. I don't walk away from that. I've come out of that being all the different things I see other people who were raised spoiled be. I tried to, as much as I could over the past couple of years, since I've been a young adult, I guess, identify all the different things, all the different personality traits that I have, and specifically pick out the ones that I don't like and try my best to change them. If you're the kind of person who gets really grumpy and has a short temper with people, really try and work on that. If you recognize that that's a problem that you have, don't just ignore it for 10, 20 years and just kind of let you be you. It's not bad to try to improve yourself, and all too often I think people think that is an inherently bad thing as well, to change oneself. But anyway, I want to get back to the spoiled thing here. The really bad side effects that being spoiled can have on kids is, number one, you can associate materials, objects, goods, gifts, whatever, items, with happiness a little bit more than anyone should. And the problem there is that you start taking for granted things that aren't items, gadgets, objects, gifts, whatever. And that is, in a definition, or in a dictionary definition form, being spoiled. That is, taking for granted the things around you that aren't, objects, that aren't of any monetary value. And that is a really bad behavior to exhibit. And you just want to avoid that regardless of whether or not you were raised spoiled. So because of that, because I recognize that, as much as possible, I try to go out of my way to acknowledge the things that, for example, my parents do for me that don't in any way, shape, or form involve, gifts or money, anything like that. And you really do learn as you get older, regardless of your financial means, your socioeconomic status, that the gifts that matter are the ones that have memories around them. And you absolutely can form a memory with an item, an object, a gift that you got. But the memories that are far more valuable, and the memories you'll remember for a lot longer, are almost always going to be the ones that you form doing, something unique or creative, or with your friends and family, not the things that you got along the way. So that is something that I just try to always keep in mind as I'm living life. I always try and remind myself of that, because I really do want to recognize, I really do want to try throughout my life to always recognize and change the personality traits that I have or that I exhibit that aren't good, that aren't positive, that don't reflect the kind of person I want to be and the kind of person I want other people to see me as. It even, goes as far as, I think about the fact that when I was young, I didn't have a lot of friends. And I actually was picked on a lot when I was in elementary school. And I could, resent the fact that, I was picked on as much as I was when I was in 4th and 5th grade. And I could hold, a grudge against the person who did it, who did most of the teasing, because in this particular case is one specific person. But I try as much as I can to take things in stride because of that, because I don't want to ever hold a grudge against someone. I don't want to, take the actions of a kid too seriously who, didn't understand maybe the effect he was having on someone who he was picking on. These are just different things I never want to, it's a quality that I never want to stop having. I always want to strive to identify the flaws that, I have and fix them. So, there's my, little a little speech about me being spoiled, how it has changed me or hasn't changed me, and how I'm trying to not let that and other things in my life have negative effects on my personality and my personality traits. Anyway, guys, final score of this gameplay was 70-3 with 3 captures and 11 defends. I'm going blind here. I thought it's 0. But yeah, I really appreciate you guys checking out this video. Please take a second to give it a like rating if you guys want more commentaries like this one, where I'm talking about, stuff other than gameplay. And that'll be all for this video. I'll catch you guys later. Bye. Hey, what's going on, guys? It's Samurai xJawz, and today we have an epic vlog for you guys. This is going to be an interesting one. First of all, because we got 10,000 likes on the video that I posted a couple days ago of me going 90-1 on Yemen Domination, I'm doing a vlog. I'm going to actually go to Chick-fil-A. I'm going to do a couple different things today. I'm going to vlog the thing, vlog the day. But I thought first I would do a video in the morning here talking about the iFlyILLINI incident, because it's very interesting. So I'm going to get in my car, we're going to drive to Chick-fil-A, and I'm going to break this whole thing down for you. Let's go. So iFlyILLINI, aka Evan Dorachov, something like that, is a YouTuber who recently got pretty big on YouTube. He gained like 26,000 subscribers in a day, and then like 10,000 the next day. Crazy amount of subscribers over the course of the past 2 months that he's been a large commentator for, because I consider 100,000 subs a large commentator. He's been, doing really, really well. because he called out another commentator called Raw Instinct. Raw Instinct, aka Max, used to make videos that were very, very similar to T Martin, another YouTuber's videos. So because of that, he decided to call him out, and it got like 900,000 views, or it's at 900,000 views now. And that was a cop. I don't know. It's not illegal to be on your cell phone and recording yourself, is it? Anyway, we gotta keep going. I hope I don't get pulled over. So, anyway, and by the way, if you're doubting that it actually, if you're doubting that it actually is him, for the record, just go to his setup video and you can easily see that it is the room that he talks about being his gaming room, or what he wants to make his gaming room. So anyway, he is on Chaturbate.com. Chaturbate.com, what that is a live streaming website like Twitch, but for people who are pleasuring themselves on video. And that website is for people who want to make money doing that. So if you can build an audience, if you can build, a viewership on that website and get a couple hundred people watching you either pleasure yourself, man, woman, whatever, or pleasuring yourself with a partner, then you make money by people giving you tokens. And by the way, I don't think the guy who found this is going to come out and say who he is, because he's going to say I was browsing the gay section of Chaturbate and found iFlyILLINI, and that's not usually something that goes over super easily in conversation. Anyway, that would be funny if he tried to start his own thing, like I called iFlyILLINI, just like iFlyILLINI called Max. I called iFlyILLINI masturbating on chat roulette, and just admitted that he was a homosexual, which would be totally fine. But it would be kind of funny if someone launched themselves, someone who launched themselves by hating on someone else. I don't know. He was whoring himself out for money. He was literally being a whore for money online. I'm not using whore in a derogatory term. I'm using whore as a definition sense for these tokens. And he's a YouTuber who's getting millions of views a month. So you start thinking, you do a little math, millions of views a month, he's making thousands of dollars. He made definitely over $10,000 in some months of his new YouTube career. He's only been doing it for 3 months, by the way. He still feels he needs to ask for likes on videos all the time, and also do this other gig and ask for tokens all the time. He's asking for tokens and likes, tokens and likes, tokens and likes, because that's what he does. And I wonder how long he's been doing the Chaturbate thing for. Did we just ruin his Chaturbate career, or did we just ruin his YouTube career? That's the interesting part. Is he now gonna keep streaming on you, or keep making videos on YouTube as Party Rocker 69, which, by the way, is the funniest username of all time for a YouTuber, but it's probably a totally common name in his scene. There's probably a Chaturbate streaming community, and iFlyILLINI has been in the Chaturbate streaming community for a while, trying to make it big. But he's only recently gotten big in the YouTube community. So I wonder which is more profitable. I don't know how much those tokens are, but it'll be interesting to see, because maybe iFlyILLINI will stop doing Chaturbate videos and only do YouTube, because the YouTubes don't approve of Chaturbate. Or maybe will only do Chaturbate streams because he needs to keep doing Chaturbate. There's too much money in it for him. His Chaturbate audience might be way bigger. I don't think this question's being asked. And iFlyILLINI, YouTube or Chaturbate? That is the question. Hey, what's going on, guys? It's xJawz, and welcome to my end of the world vlog. I am right now recording in the car on my way to go shopping. I'm here with Lexi and Brad. Say hi to the internet. Hey, all right, my friends. And we made an observation. We're actually right now headed towards a couple of power plants. I don't know if you guys can see that, but it's the end of the world, so might as well be the first ones to die if it happens. And I guess the Limerick power plants may explode today. I don't know. Hopefully they won't. But might as well do a vlog for the end of the world. Today we're gonna go Christmas shopping, and Lexi's definitely gonna buy me a sweet gift, right?
Hells yeah, I am.
All right, Brad, did you get me anything?
You can see the power plant.
I'm good on it.
Oh, the power plant. Oh shit! Whoa! I almost dropped them. Whoa, guys! But yeah, the power plant's not away, and that's where we're headed. So because I'm driving, I'm gonna chill out right now. And oh wait, what are you gonna buy me? What are we gonna go do? We're going to the outlets. We're gonna go eat and a bunch of shit, and it's just gonna be fun. And I'll bring you guys with me. So end of the world vlog. Let's go. Hey, what's going on, guys? It's xJawz. We're here shopping. I'm here with Lexi, and Brad still. I just got a bunch of stuff. Got some stuff from J. Crew, Calvin Klein, and Tommy Hilfiger. I came here to shop for other people, but I ended up just shopping for myself. But that's all right. I already got my parents a gift. I got these guys a gift. They know I got them gifts, but they don't know what they are. And I just need like a gift for. I don't know still. Like my brother, I know he wants like a wallet. And I have some other friends who want gifts, but it's just stupid little stuff. And these guys are laughing at me because I'm just walking around recording, and there's tons of people here because it's the holidays and everyone's shopping. But oh well, fuck it. It's YouTube, YOLO, like young and wild and free. Isn't that what I say always? Young and wild and free. Aren't I known in our friend group for being the one who always says YOLO?
I don't know.
She's so quiet. Alright, so I'm going to turn it off here because just everyone's staring at us, and that's just usually what happens when you vlog. But if you're a YouTuber, you know, you just have to say YOLO and do it anyway, and that's what Syndicate says, that's what everyone says. You want to go where? What store? She's like a little kid. Oh man. Well, I guess we're going to go in here, and I'm not weird enough to vlog while I'm in a store that's quiet, so I'll see you guys later. We'll be back in a minute. Bye. Hey, what's going on, guys? It's xJawz, and we are back. We're right now in the car. I'm actually only with Lexi because Brad, we had to drop him off at STS Tires, and it's right now, what time o'clock is it? What time is it?
It is 6:06.
6:06. So I think we made it past the end of the world. I think we're now...
No, it's supposed to end at 7.
7 p.m.?
6 Eastern time, that's 7 6 Central time, so that's 7.
Wait, 6 Central time, yeah.
6 Central time is 7 Eastern time.
Yeah, 7 Eastern, so how much more time
So
do
we
we have?
have like 45 minutes.
45 minutes until the end of the world. Oh my gosh, what are we gonna do? You're gonna go party hardy at an end of the world party. I'm not. I'm gonna go home. So if the end of the world happens and I don't get to see you, it was fun, it was cool, and it was nice knowing you.
Thanks.
But I'm gonna have to drop you off now. Anyway, yeah, we had a fun day. We shopped. We shopped till we dropped. You got one thing for yourself. I got 3 things for myself.
Got my ring.
Oh, you got your ring too? Show me your rings. You have lots of cool
That's the
rings.
new one.
No, don't you have an
Yeah,
obsession
it is.
with rings? Don't you have an obsession with
Yeah, look at
rings?
this one.
Oh
It's an
man.
Indian.
And what's the one you got today? What color?
This one.
Cool. Cool. Cool beans.
You don't really care.
I'm not a ring person. You see, the thing is, just, maybe they care. Maybe my subscribers care. It's just, I'm not a ring person. It's cool though. It's
I
cool.
doubt they care.
She's a hater. She's a hater. Anyway, so yeah, just thought I'd finish up this vlog, let you guys know it's almost the end of the world. Hopefully the end of the world doesn't happen. We'll see. But I'm gonna end this part of the vlog, and I'll see you guys in a bit. Bye. Alright guys, what's going on? It is Sam or xJawz, and we are here at my house. It is 6:35 p.m. and we are apparently 25 minutes away from the apocalypse, so we'll have to see how that goes. I just thought I would do a wrap-up conclusion part of this video. Today was fun. It's not really like this was a day in the life of xJawz vlog. It was just an end of the world vlog. So if you guys want to see another one where like I really do show everything I do from the beginning to end of a normal day, which is kind of hard for me to even think about what that would be, because a normal day for me changes all the time. It's like I very rarely have one day that's the same. I could have a day where I don't make any videos, a day where I make 5 videos, a day where I don't leave the house at all, a day where I spend the entire day out of the house, and I don't know. I just want to give you guys a taste of it all. So please just take a second to give this video a like rating if you guys want to see more vlogs from me. A day in the life of xJawz would be the next one I would do. With that said, what else has been going on lately? Not much. The end of the world is a pretty big thing that's been going on. There's a couple parties tonight. I'm not going to go out. Instead, I'm going to make some videos. I wanted to do another How to Rush video. I want to keep up with that series. And I'm thinking about bringing back my top 5 plays and some other stuff. I really, really like doing top 5 plays series because even though it's like overplayed and something that a lot of different channels do, it's like I get to like add my own personal touch to it by choosing the kind of plays that I really think take skill to get, which is something that not a lot of top 5 plays channels do when they're looking for plays. They don't look for ones that take a lot of skill. They look for ones that just the most amazing, crazy thing happens in. And I'm not hating on anything. I'm just saying I'm not hating on anyone or anyone's top 5 plays. I'm just saying like what I enjoy watching. So I might do that. Let me know if there's any specific series that you guys do want me to bring to my channel or bring back to my channel. I'd really love to hear which ones you guys want to see. And other than that, that's pretty much it. Follow me on Twitter if you guys want to just hear more about what I'm up to on a day-to-day basis. Some people were asking me what the shirt was because I tweeted a picture of it. It's a company that I went out and worked with in San Francisco called TrackSpy. TrackSpy, they manage the social media for, and they're also called Hipset. It's like 2 different names for the same company. But they manage the social media for Lil Wayne and Lil Twist and a bunch of huge social media, or a bunch of huge artists' social media. So really, really cool company. Awesome guys there. So shout out to them. But also really cool shirts. So yeah, I think that's it. I think that's all I can think of that I should mention here. I can't think of anything else. So I'm going to end this video before it gets weird. Like it if you enjoyed it. Comment if you have anything you want to comment about. And follow me on Twitter if nothing else. See you guys later. Bye.
Hey, what's going on, guys? It's Samurai xJawz, and I gotta tell you, before I get into this commentary, even though I don't like to get mushy-gushy, lovey-dovey with you guys, I am super freaking thankful for the feedback you guys gave me on yesterday's video. It didn't do incredible and get like 10,000 likes or 100,000 views overnight, but what it did do, or what it did get, is some amazing feedback in the comment section from a lot of people who I could tell were fans of mine, and people who enjoyed, you know, the Call of Duty videos I've been putting out for the past couple of years. And those people were saying, almost overwhelmingly, that they liked my vlogs and that it was cool for me to do that kind of stuff on my channel. So I don't know what else to say other than that I'm extremely thankful for that, you know, response, for your guys' toleration of those videos, or for your appreciation of those videos. That's the kind of thing that lets me know that I'm not just, you know, a guy for Call of Duty gameplay, helping you guys get better at the game, and that some of you guys, you know, would be here watching my videos even if it wasn't just Call of Duty tips and tricks all the time. So, thank you. That's all I want to say. I don't want to talk about it any longer because it's mushy-gushy, lovey-dovey, boring stuff, and you guys are here for this video for the tips and tricks. So let's get into that. So, this gameplay right here, freaking amazing, okay? So I decided that the SMGs were just old news, and I could not use them anymore for rushing gameplays, at least when I was playing, when I got this gameplay, and I decided to start trying out some secondaries to use as, like, my primary SMG, like, to rush around constantly. And the gun that I found worked best out of all the secondaries, if I had to choose, you know, one secondary to use for the rest of the time as a primary, the B23R. The B23R pistol here with a silencer and extended mags on it goes ham. I tried all the different attachment setups you could think of with a B23R that would make any sense at all when you're trying to use it as a primary, and none of them worked as well as extended mags paired with a silencer. I absolutely loved it, and it just, you know, freaking went ham on these guys. The B23R is by far my personal favorite secondary in the game, and I think it's most people's favorite secondary in the game. But I'm not going to make that decision, you know, outright and say that you guys should use this inherently because I said so. Rather, I want to talk today about the other options that you have and why I stray away from those other options. So, first of all, there's 3 classes of secondaries. Number 1, you've got specials, which I don't use because I'm terrible with a crossbow and ballistic knife as far as like accuracy goes, and also because neither of those are suited for the situations I need a secondary for. I need a secondary for when I'm rushing and, you know, I shoot my entire magazine from my MP7, you know, whatever, and I kill 2 out of the 3 people that were in front of me, but in order to kill up or clean up that 3rd kill, I need some more bullets right away, and that's when I pull up my secondary. The crossbow obviously just would not cut it in that sort of situation. God forbid a situation where I'm running into like 5 enemies and I need to kill like 2 or 3 with my secondary. That would take probably like 10 seconds with a crossbow, so I don't think that's the best way to go. But then you've got your launchers as well, which you could choose. Launchers I don't use because you can shoot down most of the air support in Black Ops 2 with your primary weapon very, very easily. You're going to run into things like Dragonfires, Guardians, Sentry Guns, UAVs, counter UAVs. All of these things can be shot down with your primary weapon very, very easily. Much easier, and they're much stronger against Killstreak than they were in any other Call of Duty game. So please keep that in mind when you're choosing whether or not to use a launcher as your secondary, because really you're gonna end up realizing after you use it for a long time that you very rarely run into games where you're going up against, you know, stealth choppers and what else, VTOL warships, lodestars, stuff that you have to have a launcher to shoot down. So just be careful. Don't use those unless you really are getting trashed on in, you know, lobby and you need to put it on one of your classes. If you do need it and you're like me, what my strategy is, go to the default class that has it on it. So yeah, anyway, ooh, wow, we're getting to the end of this gameplay here, so let's finish this up. As far as the other secondaries go, all the machine pistols, there's only 2 of them that I've found to be worthy of using very frequently. The B23R and the Cap 40. The Cap 40, the problem with that, oh, by the way, the B23R is the 3-burst one, and the Cap 40 is the automatic machine pistol. The Cap 40, the problem with it is its hipfire spread. Its hipfire spread, even in close quarters, is not good enough to warrant me using that over the B23R. When I pull out the B23R, even without a laser sight on it, it just feels like those bursts are hitting, you know, in the center and on target way more often than the Cap 40 really ever hits on target in the center. And because I'm playing ground war all the time, because I'm rushing all the time, I'm constantly pulling out a secondary and hip firing with it because I've got enemies like right in front of me when I run out of ammo in my primary. So I've just found the B23R to be much better, but the Cap 40 definitely still does have its place as a secondary, just maybe not, you know, for ground war rushers like myself. So try out the B23R and try out the Cap 40. Tell me what you guys like more in the comment section below. If for any reason you guys think that I'm wrong and that there's some amazing launcher or pistol or special or way to use one of those 3 things that I don't know about that makes it better than the B23R, leave it in the comment section below and I will give you credit. I'll make a video about it and explain to everyone else that you got it right and I got it wrong. I didn't know which secondary was the best, and that'll be that. So with that said, guys, again, thank you very much for all your support lately. Final score of this game, even though we ended up getting kicked out of the match because the host dashboarded, was 54-2 with 2 swarms, 2 VTOL warships, or not VTOL, whatever the other thing's called, orbital VSAT, and 2 something else. I'll catch you guys later. Bye. Hey, what's going on, guys? It's Samurai xJawz, and today I'm really excited to bring you guys my best kill streak to date on Black Ops 2. This right here is a 69 kill streak where I'm using the Chicom CQB, and believe me, when I picked that class, I did not think I was going on a kill streak this high, but using the Chicom CQB, playing ground war kill confirm gameplay on the map Raid, and I thought this would make a terrific backdrop to a commentary where I can talk about not only tips and tricks for the Chicom, because I know a lot of people want to learn how to use every single weapon in this game to the best of their ability. That way they can get to their diamond guns as quick as possible. If you guys don't know already, you have to get gold camo unlocked for every single gun in a class of weapons. So whether it be, you know, the special weapons like the crossbow and the ballistic knife, or the launchers, the SMGs, assault rifles, you got to get all of them in order to get the diamond camo unlocked for all of them. So you're going to have to at some point pick up the Chicom CQB, even if you're not a fan, if you want to get diamond SMGs. So yeah, I thought I'd focus on that and a little bit of tips and tricks for Raid, because that is a map that not many people skip. Seriously, Yemen, Raid, what else? I can't think of any other ones that, I can't think of any other ones on the top of my head that people never skip. Aftermath is one that I always skip. What about you guys? Leave me a comment down below. Let me know, what's your favorite map that you never skip, and what's your least favorite map that you always skip? I think, like I just said, mine is going to be Raid and Yemen, and then Raid and Yemen as the 2 that I always want to play, and then probably Aftermath as the map that I never want to play. Anyway, moving on. Let's start talking about the Chicom CQB. So you can see here the class that I'm using has the attachment set up on the Chicom CQB with a red dot sight, or reflex sight, excuse me, from Black Ops 2, the laser sight, and quick draw attachment. And you might think that I'm using those 3 because they're some of the first 3 attachments that you will unlock for the Chicom, but that is not the case. I actually have all the attachments unlocked for this gun now, and I'm still using this setup. I've tried extended mags, I've tried select fire, I've tried rapid fire, I've tried it all, and I just feel like you need a way to make this gun both feasible at close range and long range, because out of the box, without any attachments on it, it certainly is not ready for gunfights. Period, it would feel. But once you put that laser sight on it and you start hip firing real fast, then all of a sudden this thing is a beast at close range. And then once you put on quick draw and the reflex sight, you can get on target, you can see your target because the iron sights on this thing aren't that great, and you can take out people at medium to long range with it. It's really, really nice. The burst feature of the Chicom is so interesting, that, you know, of an addition to the Call of Duty series. I have to applaud Treyarch on their uniqueness and their originality for adding that in to SMGs in this game, but it just doesn't make this gun super appealing to me as a ground war player. I will say that as much as possible, I'm trying to engage my enemies in a one-on-one situation, because if you do run into multiple enemies, you're going to have to take time to burst at each one multiple times. It's never going to be one burst to kill someone with this gun, and when you're running into lots of people and things are getting hectic, it chokes. I'm just going to be honest. I tried putting, like I said earlier in this commentary, a select fire on it to see if, you know, making it fully automatic would make it a viable weapon to use. And unfortunately, it really wasn't that great, and that upset me personally, because the FAL, you know, would make you think that all select fire guns that go from burst or what's it called, single shot to automatic, it would be great, but that's not the case, unfortunately, for the Chicom. It really just does feel like it's doing, you know, less damage than the MP7. Like, you need 1 or 2 more bullets than it would take to kill someone with an MP7, and that's unacceptable as a rusher. Again, the Chicom close quarters with lots of people, it's not worth that, and you always are going to want to use primary gunfighter if you're using select fire, because then you're going to need, you know, 2 actual attachments to add on to your automatic weapon. So select fire is a no-go for me. So now that you guys know what setup I like to use and how I like to play with the Chicom, let's talk a little bit about the map that I'm playing on, Raid. So Raid, let me be honest here, excuse my French, can be a clusterfuck for the people who play it in a certain way. And what I'm referring to is the people who try to control the middle of the map. Guys, I see 70% of people try to control the middle of the map. I always see it at the very beginning of a game, team deathmatch, kill confirmed. It's almost always a battle for the, you know, the first sniper kill, the first assault rifle kill, whatever, down that, you know, straight shot where you can see the enemies on the other side. And I'm telling you right now, it is just not worth it. If you go on the sides of the map, you're going to have less people to deal with. Your gunfights are going to be fairer, and you're going to be able to take people out at a distance as long as you set yourself up in the right spot. If you've got an assault rifle, you know, you can go over here to the area that I'm actually at towards the end of this gameplay, right around this whole pillar area, and you can take out people who are up in the building that's to my back right now. But just stay away from the middle. And you know, this gameplay is coming down to the end here, and I wouldn't have even mentioned Raid if I didn't think that, you know, that small tip was seriously important enough for me to bring it up. So guys, please try not to control the middle of the map. Stay to the outsides, and you'll be a much happier camper. Guys, that was the gameplay right there. Final score 70-1. I really hope you guys enjoyed it. I really enjoyed playing this game. That was a 69 kill streak. I died after getting just 1 kill at the very beginning of this game. So please take a second to give this video a like rating. I would really appreciate it. And guys, if we can get 10,000 like ratings on this video, I'm going to do a class setup video. So I'm going to make my 5 best classes and show them off to you guys in a video. And I've had about 2 months now to come up with the best ones that I could possibly find. And I think you guys are going to be pleasantly surprised with what I've got in store. So guys, click the like rating, please, and we'll have an awesome class setup video for you coming soon. Also, a day in the life of xJawz coming tomorrow. Talk to you guys later. Bye. Hey, what's going on, guys? It's xJawz, and it's about 4 a.m. right now in the morning, and I actually just woke up like 2 hours ago. It's funny, whenever I wake up at an odd hour and I tweet about it, people always are like, whoa, you've got a crazy sleep schedule. And the truth is that I don't have a sleep schedule, because schedule implies that there's some sort of regularity to the times when I fall asleep and wake up, and there isn't whatsoever. And that's a opportunity, I guess, that you guys have given me, or an ability that you guys have given me that is amazing, and I love it. So anyway, thank you for that. Side note, that was a weird tangent. So anyway, I wanted to talk today about a topic that just popped into my head, and now this has been happening more than ever before in my, like, you know, YouTube career. Topics are just popping into my head that I really want to make commentaries about, and this is one of them. I want to talk about why I talked about iFlyILLINI. I always want to call him iFlyILLINI, and that's still how I read it in my head on Twitter. That's why I just stuttered over that, just so you guys know. And, yeah, why I talked about it, the reason why I wanted to do this commentary was because someone asked me on Twitter, like, why would you talk about this on YouTube? This is a Twitter issue. Like, this is how everyone found out about it and talks about it on Twitter. Why would people talk about it on YouTube? And I understood immediately that this person was, you know, a little bit younger, and, you know, didn't understand why people were making a big deal about this and why everyone was talking about it. And I wanted to explain it, because that could be a question that a lot of people might have. Like, why is everyone talking about this guy's private life and this thing that everyone does, but he's just doing on the internet? Well, first of all, a lot of people made videos about this topic, saying, why is everyone talking about what some guy's doing in his private life? People were implying that, you know, iFlyILLINI was just masturbating, was just pleasuring himself doing something every male out there does, but, you know, why are we, you know, we're making a big deal about it just because he's a commentator. No, that's not the case. He did not just pleasure himself on camera. He was making money pleasuring himself on a website where people garner viewerships for pleasuring themselves, and are viewed possibly by criminals, or, you know, whoever, young children, and because of who he is, he can draw a lot of views on this from young, impressionable children who are fans of his, or just people who should not be viewing this sort of X-rated content because of their age. And that is why this is a big deal. This is, or that is part of why this is a big deal. And also, YouTubers have a perceived moral superiority on YouTube to a lot of their fans who like them more than another YouTuber. And iFlyILLINI probably had the largest amount of subscribers who felt this way about him, or the largest percentage of subscribers who felt about him at the time that this all happened, or right before this all happened, because of Lefty's video, I guess, than anyone else on YouTube, it seemed. And that was because all his viewership and all his attention was, you know, or came to him in this really, really unique way, where he was exposing a person. He was exposing raw instinct. That's an extremely unique way for you to, you know, choose to subscribe to someone. So, I think the reason why I talked about it, and the reason why everyone talked about it, and made a big deal about that happening. Woody, who's got 10 times the amount of subscribers he has, made a video about, you know, him, 2 videos about just him and this subject. You know, I did one, a lot of people did them. The reason why is because it's really important to find out if a person who has the, you know, influence over tens of thousands of people, a lot of them, most of them actually, according to the average YouTube demographics for commentators, because I know what, you know, all these guys' demographics are for the most part, and they've even talked about it in a lot of videos, most of them being younger than him, who he's got, you know, influence on. It's important to find out if he's like a bad person, if he's, you know, someone who shouldn't have this sort of moral authority. It's not about, you know, the fact that he's making lots of money doing it, and might also be having an income on the side. It's not about the fact that he was doing something that we all do. It's about, we gotta find out, you know, if he's a good person, right? And, you know, that doesn't have anything to do with someone's YouTube content. It's a weird thing to have to do, but that's the way I feel. Like, I feel like I should want to support YouTubers who are good people, like, who genuinely, like, aren't gonna mess with me, aren't gonna kid with me about, you know, or aren't gonna try and, what's the word I'm trying to think of here? They aren't going to try and keep me in the dark about anything shady that they're doing, I guess. I don't know. Tobuscus comes to mind immediately, because Tobuscus did a video, a sponsored video, by, I can't remember what company. He was doing a video with deadmau5, and he just said in the video, this is not a sponsored video. This is not a sponsored video. And then, all of a sudden, some game pops up in his hand, and he's like, "Oh, this is a sponsored video, isn't it?" And basically told all of his fans, like, "Hey, I'm getting paid a lot of money to talk about this, but I'm not being shady and not saying anything like so and so YouTuber, so and so YouTuber, so and so YouTuber," because I could name like 10 right now. And that was like a really cool, you know, genuine thing for him to do, right? And that makes me want to support Toby. Like, that makes me think Toby is awesome. Jay Nasty. Jay Nasty's an awesome guy because I see that he likes tons of smaller YouTubers' videos, tons. And now I've been doing it more because I feel an obligation to do it more because, yes, I've done my Shoutout Sunday series, which, by the way, I'm thinking about bringing back. Yes, I've done all these other YouTube series, you know, or YouTube videos where I've, you know, done dual commentaries with smaller people, but I don't, you know, give back the absolute most that I could. And some YouTubers ask themselves, you know, should I give back at all? And I'm not going to name names here. There's no reason to do that. A lot of them are still good people, even though they might not be supporting a lot of smaller YouTubers, so I'm not attacking them. But I try and ask myself, am I doing the most that I can do to support YouTubers? Like, that's why I started a weekly series to do that at one time, and that's why I want to still support guys who are getting amazing gameplays, because that's what my small, you know, niche, I guess, is about on YouTube. It's about, you know, helping people get better at the game and focusing on just people who are really, really good at it. And some people don't like that. Some people like, you know, gameplays that, you know, people are playing the objective really hard, or some people like watching people play competitive gaming. And I get that. I'm all about that, and I'm all about supporting that little niche. I'm just about not hating on other people's niches. So, like, if you really like people who get lots of Moabs, and I don't really post too many Moabs, or I didn't in Modern Warfare 3, I get why you might not watch my stuff. Just don't hate on my stuff, and I'm not going to hate on your stuff, because I totally get that that's awesome and that's what you're into. I also don't hate on people who like sniping videos. You know, sniping isn't my kind of videos, but at one point it was. At one point I liked some sniper videos. I just don't like them anymore. But I'm not going to ever hate on FaZe or anyone like that, because they're still all good people. And man, I'm getting on way too much of a tangent here. I want to get back to the original point. You know, I just care about the YouTubers who I watch being good people. That's it. That's it. Alright guys, hope you could fuck with this commentary. If you can, please take a second to give this video a like rating. Really appreciate that. That's all I ever ask in return for you guys watching this video. And I hope you guys have a good Christmas tomorrow, because I think that's tomorrow. I don't celebrate it. So I'm Jewish, by the way, for those of you guys who don't already know. And Hanukkah is over. So regardless, if you guys are celebrating anything tomorrow, I hope you have a good day. And peace out. Bye.